Guess who it is? Your girl, Noelle. I'm back. Hi, how are we? I hope we're doing well. If you don't know me, my name's Noelle. Subscribe, like. I want to make this my job, so it has been a week. It's been a week. Let's get into it. Let's get into what this video is about. Today, I'm going to be talking about feeling behind. Like feeling behind everyone else. You feel like you're behind all your friends. You feel like you're not where you're supposed to be. You're not where you should be. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you feel like that, number one, you're not alone. Number two, you are not actually behind. It's a feeling, but it's not reality. It is a feeling. It is not reality. Remember that quote by me. Feeling behind is this weird thing that society has created, and I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about why you might feel like that, why you shouldn't feel like that, and why feeling behind doesn't actually exist. Being behind doesn't actually exist because everyone has a different path, everyone has different journeys, no one has the same journey or the same path. Some people are quicker than others, some people are slower than others. That doesn't mean shit. It literally doesn't mean shit. Something to remember is that everyone takes different paths. Even if two people are both going for the same goal, they're gonna take two completely different paths to reach the same goal. That doesn't mean both of them won't reach it. I'm a little sick, so ignore the fucking... So today I'm gonna get into 3 topics. They're gonna be social media, college, and relationships / intimacy. First, I do wanna start off with just talking a little bit about my experience with feeling behind, because this is something I deal with all the time, especially as a creative. I'm a content creator, I make music. I don't necessarily have like a set job I wanna have. There are a lot of different things I wanna do, and I'm just kind of dabbling into all these different creative fields. And for those of you out there who are creatives and who are people like that, who like more creative things, and that could be anything that's creative like that, it can be really hard to not feel behind, because with those paths there isn't like a set amount of time you have to go to school, or a set amount of time you're gonna be in school until you know you're gonna have a set job. Like for me with music, for example, that career could take years to blow up, but it could also take a month to blow up. You don't know. There's no time frame. Some people release their first song and it blows up and people love it and they take off. You know, some people have been doing music for 10 years and they still haven't found their audience yet. You know, like it can take time. I think it's really hard as a creative to not compare yourself to other people, because there are a lot of people who are successful in those fields. It's easy to look at them and be like, damn, they got there. How come I didn't get there? But I can guarantee you that most people, especially in the creative fields, don't just blow up immediately. Yes, there are some exceptions, but it doesn't just happen like that. It does take a lot of time and a lot of work and a lot of curating, a lot of thinking. So if you are someone in that position, which is a position I've been in and I'm still in, you're not behind anyone. There's no way to tell how much time it's gonna take. You just gotta keep working, and I do believe that if you are working for something you love and you truly enjoy it and you put your heart and soul into it, you will get it. Keep going. I'm first gonna talk about social media, because I think social media is the stem of all comparison. It really is. Social media is where we compare ourselves the most. Most people have social media at this point, especially if you're like 60 or younger, you most likely have some form of social media. And that is the easiest way to compare yourself to other people and to see what other people are doing and to see how good other people are doing and to see what you're not doing. I found social media to be my best friend and also my greatest enemy. And I say that because I think social media can be a great thing. I think social media can be very motivating, and I think it should be used as motivation. I don't really believe in like deleting all your social media and for me personally, I don't think that's the solution. I think social media is honestly a great thing if you use it in the right way. So many people don't, so that's where it gets kind of iffy. But social media is a great thing, and it can be very motivating, very inspiring if you use it the right way. So I got my little cucumber water. So first thing to remember, which I'm sure you probably know, but it's very easy to forget, social media is fake, okay? It always is. No matter how real it seems, no matter how real your favorite creators are telling you they're being, it's never real. It's always fake. You're always seeing what people want to show you. Because you have to think about it. When your favorite creator is posting a picture on Instagram, they're going through all their photos and they're picking what they want to post. They're picking and choosing what they want you to see. You're not seeing raw of just what's going on. They're choosing what they want you to see. So it's really important to remember that, because even when you think you are seeing the realest, rawest version of somebody, you're not. You're not. Unless you are in their lives and you're seeing them face to face, you're not going to be seeing the rawest, realest version of them. It doesn't work like that. Social media doesn't work like that. And I say that for myself. When I post on Instagram, on TikTok, whatever, you're seeing what I want you to see. Right now, you're seeing what I want you to see. You didn't see what I was doing this morning. You didn't see exactly what was going on right before I took this video. You don't know. You have no idea. So it's just really important to remember that when you're comparing yourself to people on social media, it's fake. It's not real. Now I want to get into how you can use social media to motivate you instead of bring you down, and instead of making you compare yourself. I want to talk about how you can actually use social media to your advantage, because again, especially for people who are in creative fields and whatnot, I mean, honestly, whatever you do, social media is a really great thing. So first thing I want to say is that you should unfollow all of the accounts that do not motivate you. I think that is so important. It'll help you stop comparing yourself, because you'll only see accounts that motivate you. Go through your following on your Instagram, your TikTok, all the social media accounts that you use, and unfollow all of the accounts that don't motivate you. Unfollow the accounts that when you see them in your feed, you feel a little bad about yourself. Unfollow those accounts. You can always follow them again later, but unfollow them, okay? Maybe it's an old friend from high school, okay? And you're like, oh, well, I don't want them to think I don't like them. Just because you unfollow someone on Instagram or on TikTok doesn't mean you don't like them. You're doing it for you, okay? It has nothing to do with them. And if they take it like that, they take it like that. It's for you. And then also unfollow the accounts that just put random shit in your feed, where you're scrolling and you're like, what the hell is this? Unfollow those accounts. Unfollow those accounts and keep the accounts that are gonna motivate you, that when you're scrolling, you're gonna be like, damn, okay, like I wanna get up and do something. Follow those accounts. Period. Do it right now. Second thing, use the people who have already achieved your current goals as motivation. Look at the people who have already achieved your current goals, right? Maybe you want to be a guitarist. Go to a guitarist that you really like, go to their Instagram or their TikTok, scroll down to the bottom, look at what their first posts were. Look at what they were doing when they weren't getting a ton of views and they weren't getting a ton of likes. Look how they built that. Literally stalk the fuck out of them and then use that as inspiration. Don't copy them, but use it as inspiration, because they had to start somewhere too. Look at where they started, look how they grew. Obviously, you can't get every single detail, trick, tip because you're not speaking to them. Use your context clues. Observe, look at what they did. Because like I said, it's very rare that people just blow up like that. A lot of times it does take time and work and dedication and blood and sweat. It takes a lot. And then the last thing I do want to say about social media is you need to stop sitting and scrolling for hours. Sitting on your bed for 2 hours on TikTok like this is going to get nothing done. And you're gonna get off your phone, your eyes are gonna burn, and you're gonna not feel like doing anything. You're gonna go eat and you're gonna watch more TikToks. I'm saying that because I've done that one too many times and it fucks up my day. Honestly, I feel so unmotivated. If you wanna scroll for 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Once you feel like you're inspired and you feel like you can get off the phone and you can go do something, do it. Don't go, oh, one more, because you know, we both know one more is never one more. Don't say one more. Okay, so I'm going through what I just filmed, and one of the clips is completely black. I'm just refilming this part, but I know I was just saying that you need to stop sitting and scrolling, which you do, but I'm done talking about social media. The next topic I'm gonna talk about is school, college. I'm gonna say college because that's where I'm at right now. That's my age group. So as some of you may know, I have a video on my channel and it's titled, I am a college dropout and I don't regret it. And I don't regret it, but there are, and there have been definitely many times where I've been like, should I have gone back to school, and then I'll feel very behind, and that does stem from me scrolling on social media, and I'll see like old friends from high school, they'll be at like sorority parties, frat parties, and even though number one, I know social media isn't real, and number two, I also know that I don't like that life. Like I've tried the university life and it's just not for me. Even then, I still will find myself thinking like, oh shit, like did I make the wrong decision? decision? Like, am I not doing what I'm supposed to be doing? And it's really easy to feel like that when it comes to school and especially college, because society puts on us that you have to go to college if you want to get a good job and you want to live a good life and you want to have a roof over your head, which is not true. And you can find many people who did not go to college at all and have lived extremely, extremely successful lives. It's not rare at all, especially if you are someone in a field like me that's more creative and whatnot. I dropped out like about a year ago, I would say. Now I am taking a class at my community college. I'm taking a voice class to get better at my singing, and I would have never done that. I would have never figured out that I could even take a voice class if I didn't take the year off and have time to think, because I had no time to think and figure myself out while I was going to school, taking 6 classes, working a job, and trying to do my creative pursuits. Like, I had to drop at least one of those things. And so I dropped school and I was able to use that extra time to figure out that, oh wait, I can actually take a voice class. I don't need to take more than 6 classes. I don't have to completely be out of school. I needed that time though to figure it out. I would have never done it otherwise. And with the way things were going before I dropped out, I was taking biology, I was taking chemistry, I was taking statistics, and I want to be a musician. That doesn't make any sense. So just because you take a gap year or you decide to drop out or you decide to take 3 years off, that does not mean you're behind. It means you're figuring out what you want to do. It means you're figuring yourself out. It means you're taking a different path, but that doesn't mean you're behind. I'm not behind just because I wasn't in school and now I'm taking 1 class. I'm not behind. No one is ahead. I'm not ahead. We're all doing our own thing and we all have different end goals. That's so important to remember, is that everyone has a different end goal. You're not going to have the same exact end goal as someone else. So them going to school and taking 6 classes right now might help them with their end goal. For you, it might not. There are a lot of people who want to be doctors and lawyers. They have to go to school. They have to go to school for a certain amount of time. So if you're comparing your path to theirs and you don't even want to be a doctor or a lawyer, that's dumb, because they have to do that. They have to go to school. They have to work. They have to take certain classes that you don't. So why would you take them for no reason? And it can take some people, like me, longer to figure out what they want to do. It might take you 5 years to figure out what you want to do. It might take you 3 months to figure out what you want to do. And maybe what you want to do right now isn't going to be what you want to do in 3 years. I know that what I wanted to do at 18 is not what I want to do right now. And maybe what I want to do at 25 won't be the same thing I want to do right now. It's always going to fluctuate. It's always going to change. But that's why it's so important to just try things. Do what feels right. If going to school right now doesn't feel right, don't do it. If going to school right now does feel right, do it. If taking 3 classes instead of 6 feels right, do it. People always forget that you also can always change your mind, especially when it comes to school. You can re-enroll. You can drop out. Like, whatever you do is never, it's not set in stone. Just because society puts a ton of pressure on school and when you should go to school and how long you should go to school doesn't mean shit. Society is society, and you're gonna hear voices all the time telling you that, you need to go to school, you need to do this, you need to take this class, da-da-da. Those aren't rules. That's just opinions. Opinions are opinions. They're not facts. Last topic I want to talk about is relationships and intimacy. Someone had commented on one of my videos the other day, and I think they had said something like, I feel behind my peers who have already had sex and whatever, something along those lines. And I just want to say you're not behind when it comes to relationships and all that kind of stuff. Again, there's no time that you should be in a relationship. There's no time that you should be getting intimate with someone. Society puts all these standards of, oh, you're weird if you're 25 and you still haven't been in a relationship. That's not true. That's not true. It's normal. People are gonna have different paths, just like how it comes to careers, just like how it comes to school. When it comes to relationships, everyone has a different path. And it's so important to remember, everyone has different standards, everyone has different types, everyone has different preferences. So you can't compare yourself to another person who is in a relationship, because what they like is probably not what you would like. And everyone is gonna have different preferences. They're gonna have different types. It's gonna be different for everyone. The people my friends like, I would never go out with. Not because they're bad people. Well, that's questionable, but not because they're terrible, horrible people. They're just not for me. I can't compare myself to what they like, because it's not the same and it never will be the same. And they feel the same about me. And especially back to social media, especially when you see a relationship on social media, again, you are just seeing the highlight reels. You are seeing all the good things. You're seeing the best day of their honeymoon. You're seeing their favorite date. You're seeing the best things, but you didn't see the argument they had 30 minutes ago, because you're never gonna see that, because that's between between them. That is their relationship. Especially if you are comparing yourself to a relationship that's online, girl, that's not even real. You're comparing yourself to something that you have no idea what's going on behind closed doors. It could be the worst relationship in the world and you have no idea. And if you're comparing yourself to a relationship that you see in real life, maybe like a friend's relationship or something like that, again, you still don't know what's going on behind closed doors. It could be your best friend, it could be your sister. You still don't know. You still don't know. And maybe it is a great relationship. It probably is, but it's probably not the relationship for you, or else you'd be in it. Duh. Don't rush into a relationship just because you feel pressured, and don't rush into sex or any sort of intimacy just because you feel pressured. Don't, because it's never gonna turn out good. You're gonna not have a good time and it's not gonna be fun, and you're gonna be actually wasting your time. Enjoy your time alone. Enjoy it. Being alone is a great thing because one day you are gonna meet someone that you love and it's gonna be great. I'm not saying it's not gonna be great, but then you're gonna be in a partnership. You're not gonna have the same time alone that you used to have. So enjoy it while you have it, because one day you actually won't have it. I'm 21 and I've been in a few like almost relationships, but I've never even been in like a real adult, strong, consistent relationship. And that's fine. Like, yes, there are many times where I'm like, oh, I wish I could be in a relationship, but at the end of the day, I love my alone time. I love being single and I'm gonna enjoy it while I can. And you should too. And if you're in a relationship, pop off. Like, pop off. But if you aren't, also pop off. All I'm saying. Anyway, those are the 3 topics I wanted to bring up. I hope that this made you feel a little less behind and a little better and a little less alone. And just remember that feeling behind is a feeling. It's not reality. You're not behind. You just feel like it because society puts these dumbass fucking pressures on you. Take a shot every time I said society in this